I found out that my nephew is hurting my little niece while their parents are just laughing, so I took my niece and screwed their life. My nephew Ben gets everything he wants. New phone, gaming system, you name it. Meanwhile, my niece Sophie gets hand-me-downs and blame. My sister and her husband think Ben can do no wrong. When they visit me, Ben acts perfect. But last Sunday, I saw the real him. Sophie was eating her breakfast when Ben accidentally knocked her cereal all over her new dress. Instead of helping her, my sister yelled at Sophie for being clumsy and made her clean it up. That afternoon, Sophie got a call. She'd won the school spelling bee. Ben immediately grabbed her trophy and threw it in the trash. Only nerds like spelling, he said. My sister laughed and told Sophie to stop crying. I watched Sophie dig her trophy out of the garbage, trying to wipe it clean while Ben played video games. That's when she showed me the bruises on her arms from where he pushes her into walls. I documented everything and called Child Protective Services. They investigated and granted me temporary custody, while my sister and brother-in-law have to complete parenting classes and family therapy. Sophie's been with me for 3 months now. She's doing better in school, and the court monitor says she's showing real improvement. Her parents get supervised visits, but they have to prove they can protect her before she goes home. Yesterday, she spelled happiness at breakfast, and this time, nobody knocked over her cereal.
I gave my family $500,000, then pretended to go broke. What they did next destroyed me. I always thought money couldn't break a family. I was wrong. For 5 years, I helped everyone. Paid for mom's new car, covered dad's medical bills, even bought my sister's first house. I never asked for anything back. Then one day, I overheard my sister at a party. She was laughing about how she bought designer bags with the emergency money I gave her for rent. My heart sank. I had to know if my whole family was using me, so I made a plan. I told them my business went bankrupt. I sold my nice car, moved to a tiny apartment, and wore old clothes. I even made fake papers showing I lost everything. I called a family meeting. Mom was texting the whole time. Dad kept checking his watch. When I told them I was broke, nobody hugged me. Nobody offered help. My sister just said, "That sucks," and left for her nail appointment. For 2 weeks, nobody called to check if I was okay. Mom blocked me on Facebook. Dad told his friends I was irresponsible with money. My sister posted vacation pictures from the Bahamas, a trip she'd begged me to pay for last month. Then, I dropped the bomb. I showed up at our Sunday dinner in my real car, wearing my best suit. I handed them an envelope. Inside was proof I'd been testing them, along with bills for every dollar they'd taken. Mom cried. Dad yelled. My sister threatened to sue me, but I just smiled and left. The next day, I moved to Florida and bought a beach house, just for me. Sometimes the best thing money can buy is the truth about who really loves you.
Girlfriend texted, "I'm flying to meet my online boyfriend for Valentine's." I replied, "What?" Then I canceled the credit cards and left her stranded at the airport. When she called from a payphone, crying. I was at work eating sad desk tacos when I got the text. We'd been together 4 years, living together for 2. I paid for everything. Rent, Wi-Fi, takeout, her oat milk habit, even her weird handmade candle subscription. And yeah, I gave her a credit card. Emergency use only. Apparently, flying to meet some dude named Leo in Tampa qualified as an emergency. She said, "We've been talking for 6 months. He really gets me. I deserve to explore this connection. Don't wait up. No warning. Just that." I didn't respond. Just opened my banking app, canceled the card, booted her off my Amazon and Netflix, removed her from my phone plan, changed every password, and emailed the building to change the locks. Took 19 minutes. I finished my tacos. An hour later, I get a call from a random number. She's at the airport, calling from a payphone like it's 2004. "What did you do? I can't board. My card's declined. Uber says payment failed. I'm stranded." I said, "Stranded? Aren't you flying to Leo the soulmate? Ask him to Apple Pay your romantic escape." She goes, "He doesn't have Apple Pay or Uber or a license." I said, "Sounds like a keeper." Later that night, she shows up outside the building with her friend Haley, who's yelling like this is a Real Housewives reunion. I didn't open the door, just spoke through the ring cam. "She doesn't live here anymore. You can't just kick her out." She left. I'm just following through. "She wants her stuff. It's already boxed in the lobby between the recycling and the Amazon returns. You're unbelievable, and you're both too broke to split a lift." Next morning, she's on Instagram posting black and white selfies with captions like, "Abandoned on Valentine's," "Emotional abuse is still abuse," and "Some men fear strong women." I didn't say anything, but someone did comment, "Weren't you flying to meet another man?" And suddenly, the account went private. 2 days later, I get a text from an unknown number. "Hey man, this is Leo. I think we should talk. There's been a misunderstanding." Ain't that always how it starts? He tells me she said we broke up months ago. He also says she sent him some very not friendly photos. I tell him she claimed it was only emotional. He says, "Brother, she asked me to fly her out. She said she was broke because her ex was financially abusive." "Leo," I said, "I've paid her rent, her phone, her delivery addiction, and apparently now her delusions." He goes quiet, then says, "She told me I was the only one. You're not even the only one this week." 3 days later, she tries to sneak back into the building using her old key fob. It still worked for the front door, but I disabled elevator access. She got stuck between floors, live streaming it. Caption, "When the universe tests your strength, it gets better." A week later, I'm out with someone new. Drinks, rooftop bar, good vibes, and guess who's working there? Yep, she walks over to seat us, sees me, and freezes. Then spills a full glass of water on herself and bolts into the kitchen. My date's like, "Wait, do you know her?" I go, "I used to." She goes, "Do I need to worry?" I go, "Not unless you're secretly texting a Leo." She laughed so hard she snorted. The ex tried to comp our drinks. I left a tip for her manager instead and got his number. He thought I was funny. That night, she liked 5 of my Instagram posts in a row, then commented, "Miss what we had." I replied, "Ask Leo for a refund." Blocked. 2 weeks later, Leo texts again. "Hey, she showed up at my place. I told her it's not going to happen. She lost it. Said I ruined her life." She said I ruined her life too. Must be her thing. He goes, "I'm sorry. She told me I was her escape. Turns out you were just the connecting flight." Fast forward to last weekend. I'm grabbing coffee and run into Haley, the loud friend. She won't stop talking. She's been couch surfing. Tried to move in with some tattoo artist who ghosted her. Showed up at my place crying about how she manifested the wrong Leo, whatever that means. Then she drops this gem. She started dating some older guy from TikTok. Said he was rich. Turns out he runs a conspiracy podcast out of a van. They lasted 4 days. You can't make this up. She texted me again last night. "If you ever loved me, unblock me." I didn't even open it.
I exposed how my rich private school treated our lunch lady, and it it changed everything. Our cafeteria worker, Ms. Rosa, always smiled, even when students threw food on the floor or made fun of her accent. One day, I saw her crying in the kitchen after hours. She told me they cut her pay but doubled her workload after firing the other cook. I couldn't sleep that night. The next morning, I brought my phone to lunch and secretly recorded everything. Kids dumped their trays on purpose, calling her their personal maid. The worst part, the principal walked by and didn't say a word. That weekend, I made fake Instagram accounts pretending to be rich parents. I commented on all the school's posts about how disappointed we were that our $50,000 tuition went to schools that mistreated staff. Other real parents started asking questions. The next day, the principal announced they'd heard concerns, but instead of helping, they threatened to fire Ms. Rosa for causing drama. Big mistake. I stood up in the middle of lunch and played my videos on the cafeteria's projector screen. The whole room went silent. Parents started calling. The local news showed up. Turns out the school had been pocketing cafeteria funding for years. Now Ms. Rosa runs the whole kitchen staff with better pay. And those mean kids, they have to help clean the cafeteria every day after school. The principal got fired last week. Sometimes the best revenge is just showing people the truth.